have any option than to bow, and that become a reality. All the plan trying to destabilize and the structure of IPOB has actually, backfired. And now, we know that there was a mandate from the United States government that Marco Rubio should spearhead an engagement with the federal government on issue bordering on the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. We will also learn that, for now, there's a motor show is being placed under surveillance by U.S. government to avoid him escaping Nigeria. Kama is coming. Yes, that's the reality. A lot of things are coming, and Nigeria is dying on daily basis. And that's the fact. For government to meet secretly and begin to engage Eastern governors on how they are going to go about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I even learned that a date has already been set up for that. That's the breaking news at the moment. But the first thing remains that why would the Eastern governors, especially I'm talking about one of the ministers there in Tinubu's cabinet, are coming to say they have a fresh plan, another plan that has come up on Nnamdi Kanu's release. Nobody should listen to David Umahi with that kind of narrative. We don't need it. They should come up and tell the whole world what is actually going on. They are collapsing under the U.S. ultimatum on the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. Or else, yes, the way and manner that Nnamdi Kanu is just going to be in your favor. Because any internal force that will enter Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. Nigeria should do the needful. It is no longer a joke. Kestama is gone for the British Prime Minister today. These are our obstacles we're having. He is pro-Islam. There's no two ways about it. The British government and British citizens has rejected him for his overwhelming support against the genocide that's happening in Nigeria. For overwhelming support against a government that has continued to dehumanize people. Today, we are seeing the total rejection of the manipulation of 1967. Nigerian government want to repeat 1967, but the structures Nnamdi Kanu has put in place is totally fortified. The layers there is more than 1 million times, and we cannot break any of them. The Nigerian government thought that using Sokoto is a threat IPOB, that IPOB will collapse, and that's their tone. And anybody that is pledging $3 billion to kill Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, the intelligence is very clear. The network is superb. You cannot do that. Yes, I learned that some people are already planning that because they knew that a secret date had been selected for Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional release. And the plot is that they learned that the guy that collected that money is actually an Arab man. An Arab man, a Muslim who believe he can do it, but he has been leaked because the intelligence network is superb. So anything that Nnamdi Kanu is telling you today, you either believe it or take it. He is the leader. He formed Biafra. He also was documented and registered IPOB. Anything outside that, if you fail to obey the code of conduct of IPOB until Biafra comes, then you are on your own. I thank God and I celebrate Biafrans who has rejected all the likes of shadow leaders. We don't know where they come from. They say they are shadow leaders. We don't know them. They cannot even do half of what Nnamdi Kanu done. And that is what Nnamdi Kanu foresee the future. That these guys are something else, or they will definitely dance to the tone. They thought that setting Nnamdi Kanu's up, getting him arrested from Kenya, abducting him. They are going to, Nnamdi Kanu is going to reject and renounce the struggle. But unfortunately, the guy quit the final, and I tell you, quit final, Azanoka, that's the hit. So it's a big one. Finally, they have come to bow to Nnamdi Kanu because the guy has rejected any form of inducement in this struggle.
All right. So would you also say, because we know the federal government was trying to file a cross appeal that which will entail Nnamdi Kanu to be killed, to be sentenced to death. Do you think that can also still continue?
Of course, from what we are hearing today, they cannot go against a supreme force. The Americans are here, the American delegates are here, and they are engaging the system. And if you get to a point, if they try anything funny, then they will see the other side of the story. The new elected, appointed, or selected IPOB leaders, now, DOS members now are not smiling. They are not smiling. They are as tough as the reality. I can tell you that. You can see what is happening all over the place now. Everybody is saying, talking about Nnamdi Kanu, pledging the loyalty to Nnamdi Kanu. All the structures of security network in Biafra land as so much and pledge their loyalty to Nnamdi Kanu. That is wonders. That is wonders. And today, the breaking news is that all the whole US appointed members have resumed duty. Don't go in bad, and they have made their position very clear, known that anybody that is sacked is sacked. Nnamdi Kanu remain as the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and the director of Radio Biafra. Anything outside that is not acceptable to anybody till tomorrow until Nnamdi Kanu says otherwise. Anybody that is trying to kill him and wish him dead, well, let me tell you, if you know what Nnamdi Kanu stands for, if you know what Nnamdi Kanu, I will say it, over 5 million angels are guiding Nnamdi Kanu. Those who fought in Biafra war and died in Biafra war, they are angels now. Our forefathers who fought in that struggle, they are angels. The spirit of our ancestors are with Nnamdi Kanu 100 million times. I remember the testimony in Kenya when they wanted to put him inside a vehicle and burn him alive so that nobody will be able to know. God sent an angel. And Nnamdi Kanu was rescued. Today, those who are supposed to be very active have now gone on the shadows. And from the shadows, they are saying, Oga, it not consign us. The only thing we know is Nnamdi Kanu. And I can tell you, millions are loyal to Nnamdi Kanu. Those of them abroad and wish that this video can get to them, they should learn from the past. Biafra can never be Nigeria, and Nigeria can never be Biafra.
All right, a lot of people, Biafrans also, some people are saying they do not want war. Do you actually think, but some also are saying whatever happens in a way to achieve this Biafra is a must. Do you think the Eastern Biafra has what it takes?
If Biafra was working out Nigeria, if there's anything like war completely in less than 48 hours. Nnamdi Kanu said there's no war, he doesn't need war. What he needs is peaceful dissolution. I listened to Rally Moore recently, where he presented a document where the British government said that after 100 years, Nigeria can separate and go their separate ways. Then why has Nigeria helped? You see, facts and figures are beginning to show at the moment now. There is no amount of sin that you think that Nnamdi Kanu committed that will make you abandon a project that has hit almost 75% success, and you want to create another for you. All of now, please, anybody that's watching this video, share it to all the people that call themselves SDOS in the shadows. We don't know them and we can never know them. We reject them and we disassociate ourselves from them. Now it is clear. To this movement now to the recognition vision, you are coming up with this thing. You have collected money and allowed that they paid them $150 million to sabotage Nnamdi Kanu. But unfortunately, the thing has actually now backfired. And the Biafrans are wise. It is not going to be like 1967. On time, we park well. On time, don't expire. Nnamdi Kanu remains the commander and controller of the structures of the struggle. symbol of Biafran recognition and, of course, the Biafran agenda at the end of the day.
All right, finally, Biafrans has also been talking about this BBC documentary that has come to play, because now they are reacting strongly to it, rejecting the BBC documentary. What are the reasons for some of this rejection?
Yes, I can tell you, and that's why Kestama has been removed, the British Prime Minister has been removed. Another person that is coming in now is Andy Boham, and we believe that he's going to clinch it. But whoever is going to clinch it is going to be pro-Biafra at the end of no two ways about it. I'm listening to Kemi Beddog, I know, and he is pro-Biafra. He knows that Nigeria is a complete scam. And Kestama was there, he never commented anything, never said anything. What he was interested is to champion a BBC documentary against Biafrans that he does not know how can another person tell a Biafran story? A Yoruba man. He can see all the manipulation. A lot of things are wrong. The first person that shot the first gun, let me use the word, but he took that gun and that first shot took place in a place called Calabar, Cross River. That was where the first gun was shot and the war started. It was shot by a general called Shashasku. Yes, go and check, and most of the generals under the Biafran army came from Cross River. They went and brought one woman. He said that the Biafran soldiers entered his house and we are killing him, killing the grandmother and all that. Then the question is, he said the Biafran soldiers entered a place. Then where we know that about 2 or 3 commanders from that extraction in Cross River, I think them or whatever they call it, somewhere in Cross River, we are commanders, like commanders, second in command or third in command or whatever. But those 2 people from that locality, community, played an important role under Biafran Nigeria Civil War. How come he ordered a Biafran soldier to invade? You can see all of manipulation. And secondly, the Amuri Accord was not also mentioned there. For one lied in total, completely lied. And the British government are silent. And that's why Kestama must go. Yes, he must leave that place for another person to come in. Then the struggle continues. The issue of Asaba massacre was not also represented in that. You understand? The position of the Britain as attacker, the same history that lied and said it was an Igbo coup when it was not an Igbo coup. British BBC did not tell us when Buhari overthrew that it was a northern coup. When IBB did, it was not a northern coup. When Abacha did, it was not. So you can see all manner of things that was built up all manner of lies that was built up in that documentary. But it has been totally rejected and will reject it. I want to say it very clearly that all to stand up for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has been released, and yes, Bola Tinubu has no choice. Whether it is for 2027 or not, that is not our business. But we know clearly that it is under a serious burden, pressure from the U.S. government or else. And remember, something is happening in Rivers State currently now. But I can tell you that there is an order from the U.S. military for everybody to vacate it here. They're giving them a warning. Vacate, because every moment from now, you will hear the sovereign nation, Biafra, being declared and recognized.